Hey, as students are heading towards final exams in university, I'll be intensifying my efforts to do more first year calculus practice for the final exam. So here's a question now. We have to understand the derivative of a to the x, a being a whole number, and log base a x. So here's the definitions. The derivative of a to the x is equals a to the x ln a, and the derivative of log base a x is 1 over ln a times 1 over x. And also don't forget the product rule. You know, here we have, this is a and this is b. So y prime will be a prime, which is 3x squared times 10 to the x, plus the derivative of b prime, the derivative of b, sorry, which is b prime, will be 10 to the x times ln 10 times a, which is x cubed. Now at this stage, I'm going to take out the greatest common factor, and it looks like the greatest common factor is x squared 10 to the x, brackets. I'm going to get 3 in 1 from here, and then I'm going to get x ln 10 from here. And this is the answer for this one. Here is another question. Again, we have two things here. We have x squared and log base 8x. So that's a, that's b, product rule. So we're going to start doing y prime. So you take the derivative of a, which is 2x, times b, which is log base 8x, plus the derivative of b, which is 1 over ln 8 times 1 over x, times a, which is x squared. And so here, basically, a is the base, which is 8. So we have 1 over ln 8 and then 1 over x. Now here we're going to simplify. So we have 2x log base 8x plus this x and this x squared will reduce to x. So we'll have x here over ln 8. So here, what I could take out this x here, and this x is the greatest common factor. So we'll end up with x brackets 2 log base 8x plus 1 over ln 8. When you factor out the x here, you just get 1 over ln 8. And that's the answer for this one. So here's a question about max and min. So find the maximum and minimum value of this function right here on 0 to 10 interval. So what the first thing when we do in max and min questions, what we need to do is basically take the derivative and the derivative of this. So let's just write this down. F of x equals x to the 4 e to the negative x. Now the derivative, which is f prime of x, equals the derivative of a, which is 4x cubed, times b, which is e to the negative x, plus the derivative of b, which is e to the negative x, and then I have to take the derivative of the negative x, which is negative 1. That's the chain rule. And then multiply it by a, which is x to the 4. Now, when we're finding max and min, we have to equate to 0, equate the derivative to 0. And now we have, and what I'm going to do, as a matter of fact, I'm going to take out the greatest common factor between these two terms right here. And it seems like the greatest common factor is x cubed e to the negative x. Then I'm going to get brackets 4. That's going to change the plus to minus x. And therefore, my critical values where our min and max usually occur, are this x here gives me 0 to make the whole thing 0 here. And let's not use brackets. So the values x equals 0 and 4. And 4 will make this 0. E to the negative x, we cannot make that equal 0. E to the power of anything, or anything to the power of x, will never make it to 0. So the two critical values are 0 and 4. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to sub in 0. We're going to do f of 0, which equals, just sub in 0 for the x in the original equation there. So 0 to the power of 4 times e to the negative 0, or just 0. Well, 0 to the power of 4 is 0. That's going to be 1. So we're just going to get 0. Now let's do f of 4 or f of 10. You know, just let's do this and this here. We're going to get 10 to the 4 times e to the negative 4. And then we're going to do f of the other critical value right here, which gives me 4, x is 4. So 4 to the 4 times e to the negative 4. Sorry, what I meant here is negative 10, because x is 10 right there. So that's to the negative 10. Okay, so now let's kind of just find that out in my calculator here. So this one gives me 0.454. And this one here, and this gives me 4.689. So from there, we conclude that our minimum is at 0 and 0, and our max is at 4 and 4.689. And this is basically it. When you have an interval, you have to do both ends, sub in to the original equation, see what value you get, and then sub in your critical values. And one of my critical values was my endpoint on the left side right there. So, and then you look at, this is a maximum, that's the largest number that the 4 produces. And the smallest number was produced by x equals 0, and that's your min. So that is your min, that's your max right there. Okay, that's it. Thank you for watching again. Till next time, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, share with others so they could benefit. Bye-bye for now.